Imagine a time, before stars, planets, or even atoms. Picture a vast emptiness, a silence so complete that not even the concept of darkness existed because there was nothing to be dark. There was nothing. Then, in an instant, everything, an unimaginable eruption of energy and possibility, the Big Bang. A single tiny point exploded, not in space but as space itself, unleashing all the energy and matter that would ever exist, expanding faster than the speed of light. The universe was born, expanding and cooling at a staggering rate, stretching the very fabric of reality. In those first moments, pure energy transformed into the first particles, protons and neutrons, tiny building blocks that would one day form everything we know. For thousands of years, the universe was a glowing fog, a seething plasma so hot and dense that light itself was trapped, unable to escape. Then, about 380,000 years after the Big Bang, things cooled enough for atoms to form, mostly hydrogen and helium, the simplest and most abundant elements. The fog cleared, and light could finally travel freely. This ancient glow, the cosmic microwave background, is the universe's first visible light, a faint echo we can still detect today. Gravity began pulling clouds of hydrogen and helium together, slowly gathering the raw material for the next great transformation. Over millions of years, these clouds grew denser and hotter, until the first stars ignited, lighting up the darkness for the very first time. These massive, short-lived stars forged heavier elements in their cores, fusing simple atoms into the ingredients for planets, life, and everything else. When they died in spectacular explosions called supernovae, they scattered these elements across the cosmos, seeding the universe with the building blocks of complexity. The universe was no longer just hydrogen and helium, it was becoming more complex, rich with new elements and possibilities. The stage was set for galaxies to swirl into existence, for planets to form in their orbits, and for the long journey toward life to begin. From a single flash, the cosmos began its long, unfolding story, a story that would span billions of years and countless wonders. Every atom in your body was forged in the heart of a star, connecting you to the universe's earliest moments. The universe, once empty, was now filled with light, matter, and endless possibility, a cosmic tapestry ever unfolding. Our cosmic story had truly begun, with each chapter more astonishing than the last. The first stars lit up the darkness, marking the dawn of everything we know and everything yet to come. From nothing, the universe became a place of wonder, beauty, and infinite potential. And the journey was only beginning, with mystery still waiting to be discovered. Billions of years passed as stars lived, died, and exploded in brilliant supernovae, scattering their ashes across the universe. These cosmic events seeded the vastness of space with new elements, carbon, oxygen, iron, building blocks for worlds yet to come. From these enriched clouds, new stars and planets formed, including our Sun, about 4.6 billion years ago, igniting the birth of our solar system. Around the young Sun, a spinning disk of gas and dust gave birth to planetesimals, small, rocky bodies that would become the seeds of planets. These planetesimals collided and merged, growing larger with each impact, in a chaotic cosmic construction zone filled with violence and energy. One of these was Earth, a molten volcanic world bombarded by asteroids and comets, its surface reshaped by constant impacts and eruptions. A colossal impact with a Mars-sized object changed everything, blasting debris into orbit and eventually creating the Moon. As Earth cooled, a solid crust formed over the molten interior, and volcanic gases rose to build a primitive, toxic atmosphere. Comets and icy asteroids delivered precious water, filling basins and craters to form the first oceans, an essential ingredient for life. The sky was thick with clouds, the ocean scalding hot, and the land barren and lifeless, a world in transition. But beneath this harsh exterior, Earth was now ready for the next chapter. Life was about to find a foothold. The stage was set for something extraordinary to emerge as the planet's transformation continued. Our planet, once a fiery wasteland, was slowly transforming into a more stable and habitable world. Water pooled on the surface, continents shifted and collided, and the atmosphere thickened, creating new possibilities. The ingredients for life, water, energy, and essential elements, were now in place, waiting for the right moment. Earth's violent beginnings gave way to a period of relative stability, setting the stage for new possibilities. The Moon's presence helped steady Earth's tilt, creating regular seasons and a more predictable environment. Deep in the oceans, mineral-rich vents bubbled with chemistry, providing energy and raw materials for the first complex molecules. The world was primed for the spark of life, as the oceans shimmered with untapped potential. From chaos, order was emerging, and the building blocks of biology were beginning to assemble. The story of life was about to begin, on a planet finally ready to nurture it. Earth had oceans, an atmosphere, and the right chemistry, but no life. The planet was a world of potential, waiting for something extraordinary to happen. How did non-living molecules become living cells? What mysterious process bridged the gap between chemistry and biology? The answer remains one of science's greatest mysteries, a puzzle that continues to fascinate researchers around the world. Perhaps life began in warm pools, sparked by lightning, or deep in the ocean near hydrothermal vents. Each theory offers a glimpse into the possible origins of life. About 4 billion years ago, simple molecules joined to form complex structures, setting the stage for the first living systems. One structure gained the ability to replicate itself, the dawn of life. This was the spark that would ignite a chain reaction across the planet. The first living things were single-celled microbes, invisible but powerful. They were the pioneers of a new era. For billions of years, these tiny organisms ruled Earth, slowly transforming it. Their impact was profound, shaping the environment in ways we are only beginning to understand. Some microbes, cyanobacteria, learned to use sunlight for energy, photosynthesis. This innovation changed everything. They released oxygen, which was toxic to most life at first, causing a mass extinction. But this catastrophe paved the way for new possibilities. But life adapted, and oxygen built up in the atmosphere, changing Earth forever. The sky turned blue, and the world began to breathe. The ozone layer formed, shielding the surface from harmful radiation. This protective barrier allowed life to flourish on land and in the sea. Oxygen-rich air allowed for more complex life to evolve, opening the door to new forms and greater diversity. For 2 billion years, microbes terraformed the planet, preparing it for what was to come. They prepared Earth for the next leap. Animals. The groundwork for complexity was set. Life's first breath was a planetary revolution, a transformation that would echo through the ages. The world was no longer just rock and water, it was alive, teeming with possibility and promise. The groundwork for complexity was laid, setting the stage for the incredible diversity of life to come. The stage was set for evolution's next act, as new forms of life prepared to emerge. The age of animals was about to dawn, and Earth would never be the same again. For billions of years, life was microscopic. Then about 540 million years ago, the Cambrian explosion changed everything. Suddenly the oceans teemed with complex animals, creatures with shells, skeletons, legs, and eyes. Predators and prey appeared, driving an evolutionary arms race. Almost every major animal group traces its roots to this burst of innovation. Rising oxygen, new environments, and competition fueled this explosion of diversity. Some animals would eventually crawl onto land, giving rise to insects, amphibians, reptiles, and mammals. The Cambrian explosion was the foundation of the animal kingdom and our own distant origins. Life's experiments in form and function began here. The story of animals had begun. From the sea, new worlds awaited. Evolution's creativity was just getting started. After the Cambrian explosion, life flourished. Fish ruled the seas, plants and insects conquered land. Then came the age of dinosaurs, dominating Earth for over 150 million years. 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid ended their reign, opening the door for mammals. Among mammals, primates evolved in the trees, developing grasping hands and forward-facing eyes. In Africa, apes appeared, and from one branch, a new creature emerged, walking upright, using tools. These early hominins were our ancestors. Over millions of years, several hominin species coexisted, experimenting with new ways of life. Eventually, Homo sapiens appeared, us, with large brains, language, and creativity. We mastered fire, made tools, and created art. Not the strongest, but the most adaptable, we spread across the globe. Our journey was just beginning. Humanity was poised to change the world. The next chapter would be written by us. For most of history, humans hunted and gathered in small groups. About 10,000 years ago, we discovered agriculture, growing food and settling down. Villages grew into cities, and people specialized in new roles. To organize society and record information, we invented writing. Writing allowed us to share ideas, create laws, and remember our past. Great civilizations emerged: Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Indus Valley, and China. They built cities, invented the wheel, studied the stars, and created art. Some grew into powerful empires: Persia, Rome, Han China, connecting diverse cultures. Empires built roads, traded goods, and spread ideas across continents. They also fought wars, rising and falling in cycles of ambition and conquest. These early societies laid the foundation for our modern world. Innovation, cooperation, and conflict shaped human destiny. The story of civilization was underway. Humanity was building lasting worlds. The march of progress continued. For millennia, civilizations were mostly isolated, connected only by slow trade routes like the Silk Road. In the 15th and 16th centuries, new ships and navigation sparked an age of exploration. European explorers discovered new continents, connecting the old and new worlds. The Columbian Exchange transformed diets, economies, and populations. but also brought devastation. This era saw the Renaissance, a rebirth of art, science, and learning. The scientific revolution followed, with thinkers like Copernicus, Galileo, and Newton reshaping our understanding of the universe. Exploration and science fueled economic growth and political revolutions. The world was shrinking, and change was accelerating. Humanity was no longer just discovering the world, we were reshaping it. The foundations of the modern, globalized world were set. A new era was dawning. The 19th and 20th centuries brought the Industrial Revolution. Machines, factories, and cities transformed society. New technologies connected the world, but also created new problems and conflicts. Two world wars showed the destructive power of modern industry. Afterward, the Cold War divided the globe, but also fueled the space race. In 1969, humans walked on the moon, seeing Earth as a fragile blue marble. This new perspective inspired a sense of global unity. The digital age began, with computers and the internet connecting billions. Information and ideas now travel instantly worldwide. Technology reshaped economies, societies, and identities. The world was becoming a single, interconnected community. Our reach extended from the depths of the ocean to the edge of space. Humanity's story was accelerating. The future was arriving faster than ever. Today, nearly 8 billion people are linked by technology, trade, and culture. We can talk across continents, access all human knowledge, and share ideas instantly. This global connection brings scientific breakthroughs, economic growth, and cultural exchange. But it also brings shared challenges: climate change, pandemics, inequality. Our greatest test is to use our power wisely and work together as one human family. The story of the universe is a story of connection, from atoms to stars, from life to consciousness. Now we are the universe aware of itself. Our journey from the Big Bang to today is incredible. The next chapter is up to us. We can create a future worthy of our cosmic past. The story continues with all of us.